R2-D2, Your Highness.
Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to Scale Model Kit Review. This is your host, Steve. Up next is the Build Your Own R2-D2 by Model Space D'Agostini. This is issue 39, and with that, these are the parts that come with issue 39. I'll take them all out, we'll get a closer look, and then we'll assemble what we need to assemble. After that, lastly, we will look at the magazine. I'll be right back. Here are the parts for stage 39. Everything comes separately wrapped. We did get some more fixing screws. We got 3 of those. We got a screw box, which is very cool because I have been using this to hold all my screws. You can see they're all just kind of thrown in there with some of the extra parts. So I'm glad to get that. That's very cool. And then we get some of the pieces and components that are in this blister pack for his left leg. We'll take these out, we'll get a closer look. Here's a closer look at the parts for issue 39, the left leg details. These are all metal parts. So of course, with all metal parts, we do get silver screws for installing metal parts together. So remember, it's always the silver screws when you're installing plastic to metal or metal to metal. We got a hydraulic arm coupler, we got hydraulic arm cap, hydraulic arm piston, and the hydraulic arm shaft with 3 fixing screws. And of course our box. I'm going to go ahead and get the box sorted, and I'll come back and show you what I did with the box. Alright, I sorted my storage box. I had room to put 2 screwdrivers in it. Very cool. And then of course I put in all my silver screws on the bottom and all the self-tapping black screws on top. Let's get a closer look. And as you'll see, I have some recessed black screws on top here all together. I have some shorter, smaller black screws. They're shorter, wider black screws, and the wider, even longer, and then the 12 and 18s over here. And then on the bottom, I have the very small silver screws, short ones, the very small, longer ones, which go along with the nuts themselves. And then I've got the larger diameter, short screws, silver, and then the larger diameter, longer silver. So as more screws get issued with this kit, I can just add them to the box. I think it's pretty cool to have this. And I'll just keep all my odds and end parts in my other box. We're going to be adding the leg details to his left leg. In order to do that, we got to locate the proper screws, and this time they are the silver screws. So always remember that your shorter, skinnier screws will be used for this, and that's these 2 right here. Watch out you don't try to use the larger one, and actually, you know, that larger one won't fit into the holes here. You can see how small they are. So that's what we'll be doing next. With this build, I'll be using some super glue. I really like this Loctite super glue. It works great. So we're just going to take and add some super glue to the tip here. And that's simply just going to go down on top, just like that. Move that aside for now, and we are going to go ahead and insert this is a piston into the actuator arm there, and you can see it's just got a flat end, and simply we're just going to match them. So they want us to put some glue on that also. And I'll do that. I'll just add some glue here. just a little bit there, and should be enough to keep it in place. I'll be right back and let that set up a little, and then we'll move on. And there you go, it's all set up. I actually did put a little bit of super glue accelerator, or what we call kicker, onto it. And the next thing we do is we take and we glue this piece onto that, and it goes on at an angle like that. So we'll add some more super glue here. We'll put that on, and we'll just add a little kicker to that too. This one just sprays. Just let it sit for a little bit. Dry it off. And we are in business with that. Next, we're going to go ahead and mount this actuator to the leg. Bring the leg in place, and it simply drops down into these two holes right here, just like that. And you can see it just sits up quite a bit. Take and turn it over. Take one of these silver screws like I showed you. And we'll screw that in. Just like that. Make sure that one's tight. It is. Flip it over, and there you have it. And that's all we do for stage 39. Let's look at the magazine. Happy modeling, everybody. And then we'll be reaching the next build, which is the next big milestone for my channel. Issue number 40 will be next. Here's the magazine for issue 39. Let's look at it real quick. Imperial March. Good little article here about the filming of the movie. We have what we call the cook droid. Waitress droid itself, pretty cool. Cyborgs, more robotics and cyborgs, that type of thing. Second page article on that one. And then we get into where we start assembling from the magazine here, all the parts, and he explains how we added the details. And you got to read carefully to remember to see if you need to glue anything with super glue, which I forgot to do earlier on the right leg, but now with the left leg I know better. Alright, so then they give us a preview of what's up and coming for issue 40. Here's issue 40.